What's up, guys? St. Nicholas here. Welcome to my Fireside chats number 1. Did I say Fireside? I meant Fireside. Probably because I'm stoned. Anyway, so I've been thinking about the type of approach that I want to take on my channel and what I really want to do. And I'm not going to show you my room, but if I did, you would know that I'm very unorganized. And why would my channel be any different? I was reading a book the other day. It's In the Laws of Human Nature. Great book. The law of grandiosity, I think, yeah. So the law of grandiosity states that you should accept your limitations, right? And you should accept in this world what you are good at and what you're not good at. And I mean, I'm a pretty grandiose person. I think that there's not much that I can't achieve personally. However, organization is one thing that I'm not good at. So I'm not going to try to make these baller all-star videos like where, like the Veritasium type shit. I need an editor for that. So as of right now, it's just going to be shit like this. You guys know, it's just me ranting. In the future, I would like to, I know a lot of you guys wanted some podcast stuff, and I have a lot of people that I want to talk to. There's a lot of things I want to discuss besides like electricity. Like, guys, what I want to do here is if you're rocking with me, I love you. Seriously, if you consistently watch my videos, follow me, like my stuff, I seriously love you. You guys are awesome. So I appreciate all of you guys who are rocking with me. But in the future, I'm not, because I'm an electrical engineer. You guys know that's my thing. That's my trade. However, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a very philosophical I'm very philosophical as well, and I recognize that there's some things that there's other people that, they have the right idea, they have the right mindset. There's a certain mindset that I think that the new age of people, I'm going to consider us in the golden age right now. The golden age people, okay, the 20s are the golden age, just as they were in the 1920s. It's different though for us, because we are golden not in money, some of us, yes, but we are golden in knowledge. We are golden in information, okay? We have more access to information than any other humans have ever had, through the course of history. Think about how easy our lives are, guys. I have an air conditioning unit. I don't sweat. I'm very comfortable, okay? We have everything handed to us, most of us, People are fat. There's fat people in America, Like think about it. It's a very interesting time. So as we approach the golden age, right? As we are entering the 20s, I think there's a certain mindset that we need to adapt while the world falls apart. Because yes, the world is ending, people. Obviously, the world is ending. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not. I'm really just not. This is everything that I say on this channel, guys. Is things you guys know. I am trying my best to offer the truth, and the world is fucking ending. At least I think it is. Okay, because just everything all around us is it's all a show, guys. Nothing's real. They're just hurting us off the edge of the cliff, okay? I believe in the law of karma, right? I believe in the power of threefold. I believe that what you put out into the universe will come back at you threefold. And I was reading in a book one time, I believe it was Socrates. Socrates said that in order to get an understanding of your entity, your government, your state, the people who are running you, you must look at how they were in their origins, how they were in the beginning. So let's go back in history. Let's go look at America. What did we do? We caused a genocide. We raped their women. We plowed their land. We pillaged them. That's not good karma, guys. It's really not good karma. But fine, whatever. Oh, but slavery. Yeah, we got rich off of slaves. Yes, it's true. Okay, yes, I know. I know that's a hot take. It's not even a hot take. It's a fact. And for some reason, people forget the origins of America, okay? Our government, the powers that be, the Freemasons, they're the same people, the same families, the same inbred motherfuckers who are ugly as fuck. Their grandchildren are now in power, guys. It's the same people. Maybe not their grandchildren, but, it's the same ideals. And the fact that Joe Biden called them jungles, okay? Joe Biden is a racist piece of shit. They are still racist. They've always been racist, and they always will be racist. Let's be clear, though, okay? They don't just hate black people, because yes, they do hate black people. I do believe that, and we'll get into that in a minute. But they hate everyone, guys. They hate white people. They hate you if you were not one of them, if you were not one of the bloodsucker, child fucker, whatever the fuck they are. You have to be in their club. They don't see worth in us. We are peasants. We are ants. We are lower than dirt. We are cattle, okay? And they're right, because we're not doing anything. No one's standing up, okay? The point is we have strength in numbers, guys. The numbers are what frightens them. The world is waking up, and they're terrified. They're shitting themselves. They know they're fucked. They know the internet fucked them. They gave us too much freedom, and they fucked themselves, okay? So guys, this is it. So I can talk about the Illuminati I can talk about all that shit all day, right? But I had a plan coming in. I stray off topic, as you can see, but I think I talk about good stuff sometimes. But what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to address is Parker and I's experiment, okay? Because this is important. So I know there's been a lot of skepticism. I understand, I really get it. Like, I'd be skeptical too. The video was not ideal, and there should have been better, results. But honestly, that was all we could get. So I really wanted Parker to come on and address this, because Parker and I are cool. I've had very good conversations with Parker about engineering. I've learned a lot from him. The guy is a genius. The guy is brilliant. He is awesome. Building one of those magnifying transmitter, guys, that is no easy task. Let me tell you, that takes a lot of freaking brain power, a lot of knowledge, a lot of intuitiveness, a lot of calculation, a lot of, mechanical skills. He is a fucking brilliant guy to be able to build that. But here's the thing, though. I was able to get transmissions, guys. I recorded a few waveforms on my oscilloscope. I will be addressing. We'll talk about it all later in another video. I'm going to analyze them. I'm going to, go into the math that I've introduced into some of my work. I'm going to go more in depth, though. I'm going to, tell you what the conditions are needed. So I understand, with all that being said, that Parker is a very busy man. God knows what he's doing. God bless his soul. But him and I have been, sort of in talks, and we've been talking about, possibly getting more transmissions done. Because what ended up happening so the first, I believe, three nights it was working, and I was able to get transmissions. Okay, and that was when I was taking some data, taking some waveforms, watching we were just kind of just in awe of the whole thing. I should have been a more organized type of thing, but there's a lot of complications with the whole thing. So for those of you who think that science just happens like that, fucking wrong. Things that need to be tuned. On my end, there was problems that I fixed. On his end, there was problems that he fixed. And so we ended up getting everything in tune, right? And once everything was in tune, we got the transmission, and it was unbelievable. So that was the night I recorded my video, the infamous post. On Friday the 13th, I believe it was a full moon. Would you look at that? Just saying. So that was the night that it got uploaded, and I was able to get signals on my scope the next night. And then the night after that, I was getting more flickers. And then what ended up happening is it started to rain in Texas. And the problem is Parker at the time was using his Leyden jar setup. He was using bottles and buckets of water as capacitors, because that was what Tesla was doing. He found that your Leyden jar capacitor with salt water has very interesting dielectric properties. It's unknown right now if that's the only way to actually do it. As far as I'm aware, the only transmission that we got was when Parker was using his Leyden jars, not his new capacitor setup. So I sip my tea. That happened in August, right? And I didn't have much contact with Parker, because afterwards, it started to rain, so everything fell out of tune, and we weren't able to get any successful signals. And then the problem was I ended up moving out of the place I was in, my old residence. So I'm in my new residence, and the problem is I'm in an apartment building now, and I was at my my parents' house, and they had an actual house. The grounding system's different than this system. So in my setup with Parker, I was using the house's earth ground. I was using the bottom little plug thing, right? So in your 3-prong outlet, there's the one on the bottom, then the two on the side. The one on the bottom is connected to the ground. So I was using that. I was able to do it from my basement. The problem with these places, the dorms, big hotels, whatever, they're not actually connected to the earth ground. They're not. An earth ground is literally a metal rod that's inside of the soil, and there's you connect your wire from the house, just in case there's a transient from the grid. You connect that to the earth ground, so it's in the ground, and then if it zaps, it'll just dissipate. And theoretically, the problem is that these places, it's not like an earth ground. It's so the bottom of the place, the bottom of the residence here has a metal bearing, and it's connected to the metal bearing instead of the actual physical ground. Don't ask me why they do it. I think it's a little sketch, but anyway, that's what ended up happening. So we weren't able to transmit, and unfortunately, we fell out of contact. We haven't really talked as much. So yeah, no, there's been a few times where I came home to my parents' house, and I was like, "Hey, Parker, you trying to transmit today?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then I wouldn't hear anything from him the rest of the day, and I don't want to bother the guy. I know he's busy. So anyway, I was looking at my waves because basically for my senior design project, by God, I don't know. There's some voodoo going on. Something makes this stuff happen, guys. My project I'm doing, right? I was gonna. So basically, my project that I'm working on is it's I'm not going to go into depth right now, but it's a detection system using ultrasonic waves, okay, which are sound waves, guys. They're longitudinal waves. They're compressed sound waves. They're akin to the waves that I'm going to be studying. You know, that the wave looks very similar to how, you know, Parker's wave looks through his transmission, okay? By the grace of God, I got to magically figure out how to analyze longitudinal waves for my project. So I'll be damned. So what ended up happening was, once I got a better understanding of these, I wanted to talk to Parker. I was like, Parker, I reached out to him. I didn't want to because I know how busy he is, but I decided to reach out to him because I figured what Parker and I did, I think what I know is, guys, this was phenomenal what we were able to demonstrate, okay? I know it doesn't seem like it. I know the video wasn't great, but this experiment is just, I want this to be known as the experiment heard around the world, the shot that was fired in the scientific revolution, okay? This is it, people. This is it. This is the thing that showed that Tesla technology is real and it's not bullshit, and we need to go this way. We need to go veer off to the right instead of going, or veer off to the left instead of going to the right. Not, there's no political reference. I'm left-handed. That's why I said left. But we need to veer off into the, you know, the truth is what I'm trying to say. And I told Parker that I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I told Parker in my text. I said that you, Parker, you are the most important person in the Tesla community. The Tesla community, guys, is huge. I didn't realize, but there's a hidden faction of YouTube that I've uncovered that you got to get into the scientific stuff if you want to find these Tesla guys. But there's people building a lot of his shit, and there's some good shit that's out there. However, none of them were as good. None of the best, most important person in the Tesla community by far is Parker, because he built the magnifying transmitter. He told me that he was able to get transmissions from himself, you know, like from his own receiver coil, from someone was transmitting at his house. He told me that he was able to get results, you know, from 100 miles. I believe he said 200 miles. He was able to get results. So I'm like, hell yeah, awesome, Parker. That's sweet. That's awesome, guys. It's amazing. But I want to talk to him about it. I feel that the people have been sort of slighted in this situation, okay? And I feel bad. I really want to get this stuff out here, guys. I'm trying my best. I really want to I just don't want to, my results are minimal, so I understand the skepticism, and that's why his endorsement in this would have been phenomenal, but I understand he's busy, so it's all good. This is my passion. This is going to be my career. You know, I'm going to be an electrical engineer. This is what I want to study. These longitudinal magnetodielectric waves are the truth, and from me, with or without Parker's help, you guys are going to see the analysis and how this all works, all right? So that's all I'm going to talk about today. I'll go more into the deeper shit later, you know, like I'll get into aliens, I'll get into, you know, the nuclear war, I'll get into, you know, how there used to be a planet in the asteroid belt right now because they found organic life, you know, the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Yeah, that's probably a planet that was obliterated. So I'm going to talk about shit like that, all right? I'm going to talk about all of it, all right? I'm going to talk about the NASA conspiracies. I'm going to talk about one thing I wanted to talk about before I go. This is interesting shit, guys. So I was thinking, all right, so I'm going to replay the video right now of my cosmic induction video. So it's Eric Dollard's cosmic induction, the galaxy video, right? So I was thinking about that, right? So about how I'm going to pull up the video right now, how you saw those little blue bodies, right? Those blue suns, it looks like. And I was thinking, right? So I'm going to be talking about our Earth, right? Our Earth specifically. And I'm not a flat earther. You know, I was into it for like a day, but I decided it was retarded. Definitely a CIA op bullshit, you know. But what I found was interesting is Eric Dollard has been measuring the ground, right? He's been measuring the electrical frequencies. He's been monitoring the Earth breathing. You know, he knows what's going on down there. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's been looking, you know. And what I find interesting about all that is about how the fact that we were able to get a telluric transmission, how we are able to transmit through the Earth. Okay, there's magnetic and electric fields going on inside of the Earth. But we know that's real, right? We know that I was able to get a real transmission. Eric Dollard has been able to detect earthquakes using, you know, electrical readings. We know that these electrical readings are real. And the only way that these electrical readings can be real, guys, is not if so they're saying, guys, that the Earth core is made out of nickel, right? There's lava, you know, whatever it's called, the molten lava, molten nickel, molten iron core. That's 5,000 degrees, right? Wow, yeah, great theory. Yeah, but the thing is that if nickel, and they say it's specifically nickel and iron core, right? At 5,000 degrees, but if it's so heated, if it's so hot, then there would not be a magnetic field. The magnetic field will go away. They found that in nickel and iron, if it gets too hot, the magnetic field gets exponentially decreases. So bullshit. It is not a fucking nickel and iron solid lava core. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't know what it is, but hollow Earth, guys. Hear me out. I know what you're thinking. I don't know. I really don't know the answer. I'm not saying that this is a fact because I'm just guessing, but I'm just saying that there's no way it could be what they say it is because I don't know. So if we go back to that galaxy video, right, how they were making, miniature suns almost. The only thing that they know, guys, is that the middle of the Earth is giving off intense heat. Intense heat. And the hollow Earth theory has stated that there's a miniature sun inside of the Earth, okay? So going back to that galaxy video, if the only thing in this world that we can create is these suns, then that's what it is, guys. That is what it is. They just make multiple bodies, they can space them out accordingly, give us a little bit of heat, give us a main sun, and then a little sun inside of our Earth so we don't freeze to death because they're choosing us to be alive at that moment. They can deactivate it like that, if they want to. But that's what I think. That's what I've been thinking. I don't know if it's true or not, but I just want you guys to ponder that. Maybe I'm onto something. All right. Anyway, that's all I have. My throat's kind of getting tired. So yeah, just stay tuned. Winter break's coming up. I plan to build a lot, guys. I'm gonna get a lot of shit done over winter break. All right. So thanks for rocking with me. If you are rocking with me, if you're part of my core, I would really appreciate you guys telling your friends. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your stepdad, tell your uncle who beats you. Tell them all, guys. All right, I'm a small channel, and every single person helps. It helps me in the algorithm tremendously. Seriously, all right? So I love y'all. Peace out. Thanks for watching.